often have friends come and visit from the States, and their first impressions blow my mind. I mean, legit, someone who just came to visit the Netherlands literally just said, you know what? The Netherlands just hits different in the best way. And look, hey, I can't even argue with that. And now listen, I do have to state that some of this stuff is just my opinion, as well as other people that I talk to's opinion. It does not mean that this is how it is for everybody. I hate that I have to say that, but pimping, y'all know how the comments be. So listen, if you want to pull up in the comments. Everything's welcome after you hit that subscribe button. So recently I had a friend from LA come to visit, and she was staying in Amsterdam, and she was literally coming to visit Amsterdam for some kind of big party or something. Look, I don't know. I'm a day walker. But yeah, she came, was hugging the block in Amsterdam for some kind of event, and she was saying how it just got so crazy and it was extremely dirty. Just literally things all over the floor, beer bottles, wine bottles, confetti, like all this stuff. It was just, it was a bit crazy. But she said what shocked her was how freaking fast they cleaned it up. And she was literally like, Sky, look, I know you over there chilling, hugging the block in the best city in the world. But though, you should have seen how dirty it was. And the next day, it was like brand new. It was as clean as a whistle. And man, I understand where she's coming from because look, one, the Dutch know how to party, but then two, everybody from around Europe and America just comes and just adds to it. And it gets extremely dirty. Because man, these streets just be filthy, full of anything and everything you could think of. But with that said though, what comes with it is they get it cleaned up quick, like literally the same night. She even said they had some dudes with these vacuums and they were just going in, sucking up all this trash. And now to be fair, America's not that dirty, but I understand where my friend's coming from because she travels to New York, LA, or she travels to New York and she also lives in LA. So I definitely understand where she's coming from because there's like trash all over the place in some areas in LA that just never gets touched. Like people just walk over it like it's not even there. Now I've been to New York and yeah, it got its own smell. There's trash everywhere in the corners, like just everywhere, right? But I remember seeing this video recently of this dude like kicking this trash can, right? And just the amount of rats that just dispersed everywhere. It was it was the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And now I gotta say this too though, it's not like we don't have rats, but I ain't never seen that many rats like I have seen in New York. I ain't never seen it. I think the funniest thing is that this is something that a lot of people have mentioned, just like how clean it is in Amsterdam. Even my mom sort of like mentioned this like randomly, and I'm just like, to be honest, Amsterdam ain't that clean. Like especially near the city center and where all that partying and stuff be happening, it is not that clean. But the cleanliness of Amsterdam, the city center, is definitely cleaner than like a lot of places in the States, like major cities in the States. And for me, that has to be the biggest trip of like just a bunch of Americans, like first impressions that come and visit here, just the cleanliness of Amsterdam. And then they go out to other places too. Cause you know, Amsterdam is not the Netherlands, but they'll go to other places like Haarlem, like Den Haag, and these places are fairly clean too as well. Like even just walking in random streets, it's just clean. And then for me, I would say it's shocking, like the cleanliness of Amsterdam is shocking, but only because there's so much traffic through there and people are just dirty, you know what I mean? Like a lot of these tourists just don't care. So it just makes it even worse. So to see how clean it gets is like unreal. Just pretty much just how hard these people are working to keep this area clean. That's the shocker to me. So yeah, honestly, huge shout out to the people that be cleaning up Amsterdam because I don't know how y'all doing it. Yeah. And now something that I'm talking about all the time is food. But man, I will have to say, my first impression when I went to Italy was like mind-blowing. And the reason I bring this up too is because, again, my friend, she's first time in Amsterdam, and she thought that food was good. And this is something that a lot of Dutch people tell me, like, you think this food is great? Like, go to Italy or France. And man, all I have to say, was that a lot of people were right. Like, it is like very different. I mean, the culture is just so different. Like the food culture is just to the max in Italy. And now, to be fair though, I do have to say that the States do have a couple of places like LA, New York, the place that I mentioned earlier, even Chicago. They have a lot of good food. But though, the difference is the quality of the food. Like that's where, I'm not gonna lie, Europe takes it from me. Oh, hey, I'm just super saying. Because even when you do find something of good quality in the States, you're paying a premium price for it versus like I'm even hearing that Greece, I had a friend who just came back from Greece, an American friend, just came back from Greece, and he was telling me how it was so cheap, because he's also in the Netherlands, but he was saying it was so cheap and so good compared to the Netherlands. And then when he compared it to the States, it wasn't even comparable. But yeah, I'm gonna have to say it is not comparable. I think that's the best way to describe it, because again, there's two factors. You have the quality and then you have the price. Finding really high quality food is harder in the States, and also it's a lot pricier versus here, and especially in Europe. Pimping. If you didn't see the video where I talked about my mom going to Italy, pimp. Like, my mom had some food in Italy, low-key cried. I mean, yeah, she cried. Some tears were coming out. It was just that good. Like, it hit me today of why these food portions are a lot less. Like, why you getting a lot less food portions here than in the States. It's because the quality of food is just better, so you just get full. Like, you could barely finish good food, and that's how it's supposed to be. I ain't know that. And look, I'm not even gonna lie, I have noticed when it comes to Americans, the first impression, there's always some kind of big reaction when it comes to the first impressions of the food. Like, and I mean like in a good way. Because that's something that I've noticed. I've noticed that everybody's first impressions of going to Europe, it's always food related. Like that's something that's always on the list. Also, too, quick side note, I do have to say that I like the way some grocery stores do their pastries in Italy than in the Netherlands. I'm just super say it. Like, I was like, I like the way they did it over there. Oh no, I think it's raining. Pippin, I think it's raining. No wonder it got so dark. We are pulling up near the train station at this place called Hetvakalako. I think that's what it's called. That's not what it's called. That's my bad. But yeah, I did order a cappuccino. It should be out shortly. But while we wait for this cappuccino, I did want to talk about something else that one of my friends brought up. And this is something that another friend of mine brought up when he was visiting France, right? But yeah, my friend from LA who was visiting the Netherlands brought up how the transportation was not only good, but like she noticed just the overall etiquette of public transportation and like the culture of being on public transportation, how different it was compared to LA, New York. And I'm gonna be honest, when I even think about it, I would say Atlanta too as well, and Chicago. And I name all these places because I have actually been to all these places myself, as well as my friend has been to LA and New York a lot. So it's a good comparison, right? And again, I get it. I just never really thought about it in a sense of like public transportation etiquette is a bit wild in the States. Perfect example of this is in New York and LA. You will literally have people get on the train, get on the metro, or get on the bus and start dancing for money, like just out of nowhere. And now listen, I am a fan for busting the move and doing backflips and all that stuff, but pimping, not on public transportation. Like that is where I draw the line. Now in Chicago and Atlanta, this rarely happens, but you do get people on there trying to sell you stuff. It will be fans, it will be phone chargers, headphones. Like people are just walking on candy. People are just walking on trying to sell you anything and everything in Atlanta and in LA. And then also across the board on all the public transportation I've been on in the States, there's always someone trying to work out, like on public transportation, like in the middle of like going somewhere. Like everybody else is there, everybody else sitting down, and you have somebody trying to do leg day. But man, come on, seriously, the working out would kill me. That is one thing that it would, I'm not even gonna lie, it would make me upset. I don't know why it would make me upset, but it is something that I was just so tired of seeing. I don't understand. Like, I really don't understand. I just don't have the tolerance for any of that stuff anymore. Like, for real. I mean, ever since I went to, Germany was the first place I've been to. Then I went to Asia, went to Korea, Japan, Hong Kong, Thailand. You see how people carry themselves on public transportation. It's almost like, where did the class go with people? And then besides the working out and all that other stuff, on the flip side of that, you then have the etiquette of the workers themselves, where basically this stuff shows up late, and we're talking about like 20, 30 minutes to an hour late, and sometimes just not at all. Like, I don't understand. Like, I don't understand why a lot of this stuff be running late and behind like it does. Now, side note, I want to get down on this cookie. Go ahead. Go ahead. That guy was riding a bike. He was like, he was probably like, why on earth is this guy giving his camera a cookie? He don't know. He ain't on that Wi-Fi. That's why. Like, comment, and subscribe. Oh man, that was a good cappuccino. I do got to get back to work though, so yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and have to say that place. I'm gonna have to say it's an 8 out of 10. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. It's a good cappuccino. Also, tell them Sky Money sent you. You'll get a free receipt.
In a little while, Dudley saw the girl next door.
Side note, y'all see this place right here? This place, Friends. I think this place is like a diner. Oh, look at that. Yeah, this is like a legit diner. What? Wow. Look with the stools and like the color scheme over there. The like semi-motorcycle over there. Yo. Look. And they got cartoons in the back. Yo. With the chairs. Holy God. Friends Cinema. Come on. And they got outside seating. Come on, man. I remember in a video that I made in the past, I talked about how it would be cool if we had diners here. And pimping, this been here for like, I don't even know how long this been here. This been here for years. I ain't never been in there. But yeah, I love hearing from friends and hearing their opinions from when they move, especially their first impressions. Like, yeah, I'm like so shocked. There was so much that I wanted to talk about that a lot of my friends have mentioned, but I mean, this video will be like 3 hours. Because something else that a lot of people told me is that people, they notice that people carry themselves a bit differently, as well as just holding their own a bit better. Like, they're not, like, and it's something that my friend mentioned, and I didn't really think about it, and it is something that I'm starting to pay attention to now. But she mentioned how when she was here in the Netherlands, she noticed that people tend to not play victim. Like, she noticed that, and I was like, huh. Like, you know, I've noticed this, but I think I said it in a different way in a video. And I'm pimping, obviously, I'm not saying that Americans tend to play victim. It was just something that she noticed. As a matter of fact, my mom also brought up something that was a bit strange that I just never really thought about or looked at it that way. But again, I mean, people's first impressions blow my mind. It's also just nice to hear and just see. Like, look, hey, I'm just super saiyan. As a matter of fact, if you want to see a video of the first time my mom left America and came to Europe, go ahead and click the video that's gonna be up here right